Hello friends! I've made it to the end of June. This last week was pretty busy with many things converging at once, and of course me trying to do that final big push to get things done for the end of the month. Even though typically my week ends on Saturday and a new week begins on Sunday, because of the fact that June only had 2 days left in that new week, I pushed them into this final week. This, of course, will cause my first week of July to be a short week, but that's okay. This is what worked for me this month. Also, this last week, I went back to writing in what I'm doing on each of the days, mostly because I needed to schedule out when I wanted to put in some hours at my second job and keep track of a couple other events throughout the week. I do like switching back and forth to different formats. It gives it that novelty and keeps things exciting as a to-do list can be. But it is satisfying to see the days filled in with tasks. When you look back and you doubt that you were productive, well, here it is. The visual is nice. Of course, I did not get everything done that I wanted to get done because, such is life. But let's flip back and see what I did get done. First, let's take a look at the cleaning tracker, just so we can get that one out of the way. I had these grand ideas that in the last week of June, I would get everything on this list done, all my weekly things and my monthly. But as you can see, some things I didn't quite get to. I did very good getting all of my weekly tasks done, and most of this work happened over the weekend. I had hoped to do more today. I do have a lengthy list, but I've been putting things off all afternoon, and now I just have a little bit of time left. What's new here? But on my list is deep cleaning the kitchen sink, as well as doing the second part of the dishes for the week. I only have 6 cups worth of dishes, so that's not too bad. All right, and here is my shiny sink and a few dishes that I had to do. Time to fold the laundry. And here it is, all folded up. Apparently the secret to doing it quickly is wearing all the clothes from the clean laundry basket, and by the time laundry day rolls around, there's much less of them to fold. Hey guys, it's Monday, June 30th. I have everything to do and no time to do it in. So let's see how much I can get done in this 1 hour that I have right now. First thing on the agenda is sweeping. I clearly don't brush this cat enough. All right, it's looking much better. And here is that under the furniture view. Not bad. Got my vanity and the toilet all clean. Looking back now, I did do quite a few of my monthly tasks as well. It sure felt like I missed way more than a few, but perhaps I'm just used to not getting stuff done. I do see a little pattern here of the dusting not getting done for the last 3 months. I may hate this task more than I realize. Cleaning the tub is also a big one that I do not like, so no surprise here at all. And I did wash some of the floors this past month, but not all of them. The things I did not end up getting done would have probably taken about an hour of time. And my rational mind is very confused as to why I can't just get that done. Because frankly, it doesn't seem like much. But for some reason, I struggle. If I didn't struggle, I wouldn't need this chart, would I? Now, some of my other monthly tasks were things that happened throughout the month or over the course of a few days, a little bit here and there. For example, cleaning out my car is something that I did a little bit here, a little bit there, when the inspiration struck me. So one day I would throw out all the garbage. Another day, I may have taken all the things I needed to take home from the car. Yet another day, I would have used some wipes to wipe down the surfaces and scrub off all my old coffee spills. And finally, on a totally different day, I may have stopped by at a vacuum spot and vacuumed the inside. Ultimately, it looked much better after than it did before. Similarly, reviewing and organizing photos happened gradually throughout the month. But also it was hacked because this month I got a new phone, which means that my camera roll was pretty short. And this ended up being an easy task. Now, if I can only keep up and do it on a monthly basis, I won't end up with thousands of photos to go through. I mean, here's hoping. Okay, let's look back on June. Like I've been saying all month, the habits I want to build have definitely fallen by the wayside. Although it does look like at the end of the month I was trending up, so hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Now, in terms of my monthly goals, let's quickly go over these. As far as my goal of working 50 hours at my second job, I absolutely crushed this goal, and now I get to color in my balloon. It wasn't as hard as I thought, and this coming month I want to focus on work even more, so this was a good way to ease into that. I did absolutely nothing to schedule my physical, so let's just kindly skip over this. In terms of my planned rest, I think this goal was a great idea and really benefited me. I did end up accumulating 30 hours of planned rest. But to be honest, that last 3 hours on Sunday, where I just sat down on the couch and read my novel, was a bit of a stretch. However, I did end up doing it. Let's be honest, it was between the 3 hours of rest or all those cleaning tasks that could have been done. Guess what I chose? As far as coming up with 6 ideas for potential new skills and doing some research on those, I did succeed in this as well. Not only did I come up with the ideas and do some research into each of them, I did actually try one out. I did a basket weaving class earlier this month, so I can definitely color in my balloon for this goal. Now, finally, we're here at my big to-do list for the month. We started the month with 10 tasks, and during the month, it ended up expanding to 12 tasks. And as you can see, not everything got done. I did not end up calling the credit card company to redeem my credit card points, and I was hoping to change over my wardrobe for summer, because that has started. However, that feels like a big task, and I did not end up getting to that. I also wanted to plant some pots on the patio, and I mostly did that. I just have a few to go, but I did not fully complete this task. Even though I did not complete this full list, I am very proud of the things I did get done. And because the list grew from the original 10 to the 12, and basically 2 tasks on here I did not do at all. So I still ended up doing 9.5 out of 10. And you know what? I need the little boost, so I am going to color in most of my balloon here, but not quite. All right, this is what we have for the month. In spite of the struggles, I still think the month went pretty well, and I am excited to keep going in July. I'm really hoping for July to be a hustle and get shit done month, because looking into August, I want that to be a more restful and fun month. There will be some changes and shifts coming into my life throughout the summer. So, like I said, I am hoping in July to really buckle down and work hard, so future me in August and September can look back and enjoy. But more on that next week. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.